The truth. There is no truth. What happened then? What happened after? All of it. All of it. Madness.
What's amazing is that Baranov, who was one of the 3 divers, died of a heart attack that wasn't even related to radiation. Also, Yevchenko, who was the plant worker who held the door open while the other 2 workers went into the reactor hall to look at the exposed core, miraculously survived until 2004. Darn. There were also 3 firefighters who were all siblings who all amazingly survived the acute radiation syndrome. Huh. Oh, man. Oh. Hello. JamSnugg coming at y'all one more time. Once again. So this is going to be something different, I guess. I didn't know this video was out there because I was just reading some comments. I might read some comments, you know, at the end. But I just came across this video talking about the footage of Chernobyl, the show, versus the live footage and how much stuff they got right and stuff like that. I said, well, darn. I think it's time to revisit Chernobyl. I think it's time to go to Chernobyl again, okay? Because I said, I'm very curious. So I didn't watch the video. I said I'll just make a reaction out of it and watch it and let y'all watch with me just to see, you know, what all footage got, just a whole comparison. Well, I'm not even gonna call Jackson. Not even gonna bother. Let's get it. Oh man. Dang, they got the suits down perfect. Look at that. Between the 3rd, 4th. Okay.
Every lie we tell incurs a debt to the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Sooner or later, that debt is paid.
Okay, must be the miners.
The central theme of HBO's dramatic miniseries Chernobyl revolves around how lies can lead to disaster.
Gotcha.
How the way we craft stories about what really happened can cause harm. This, however, presents an ironic challenge when creating a dramatization of real events. Dramatic narrative by its nature requires modification and simplification of what actually happened.
Huh. Both
So how do you tell a story like this in a way that isn't hypocritical? The step the series takes to avoid hypocrisy is the creator's attention to visual detail.
Dang. Okay, the robots. Okay.
Small details about how things appeared may sometimes seem inconsequential, but the series has an outstanding dedication to portraying these details accurately, and I think it matters.
Because of the nature of the working area, you will each have no more than 90 seconds. Some of it is in blocks weighing approximately 40 to 50 kilograms. They all must be thrown over the edge here. Watch your comrades, moving fast. From this opening, then turning to the left and entering the workspace here. Take care not to stumble. Do you understand your mission as I have described it? These are the most important 90 seconds of your lives.
Tell you, 90 seconds.
The documentary footage
Dang.
I'm showing as a comparison here was often used for reference in designing costumes, buildings, sets, etc. Most of what is changed about the story is shifting things on the timeline or condensing information or characters in a way that is necessary to tell the story in only 5 episodes.
Gotcha,
Above all,
gotcha.
while on the roof, throw your debris over the whale. Do not look over the whale. Is that clear? Very well.
Yeah, I remember that
My
rule.
mark,
Do
ready,
not look over that rail.
go.
Seeing the show and reality side by side makes it obvious how understated the show's approach to the story is. There would have been many opportunities to try to make events look and feel more dramatic, but it wasn't necessary, and I think it pays off.
True.
The significance of getting visual details like this right is that each moment of the show is true to the experience of those who were there, even when those moments might be shifted in time or context for the sake of the narrative.
One of the atomic reactors at the Chernobyl atomic power plant in the city of Kiev.
I was always aware that I was telling a story that meant an enormous amount to the people that lived through it. There are people alive today, thousands, tens of thousands of people alive today, who have lost people they love because of Chernobyl, whose lives have been shortened because of Chernobyl. There are a lot of people walking around without a thyroid because of Chernobyl.
Damn.
And it was important for me to tell that story accurately. Our production designer, Luke Hull, worked very closely with our costume designer, Odile Dix-Moreau. We just became obsessed with showing things as they were.
Most docudramas leave it to the viewer to figure out what events and characters were changed. HBO's Chernobyl, interestingly, gives you the tools to learn these things. The companion podcast covers much of what was modified and why.
They got the whole courtroom set up pretty good too.
Many wonderful reasons to do this. The one that was most important to me from the jump was a chance to set the record straight about what we do that is very accurate to history, what we do that is a little bit sideways to it, and what we do to compress or change.
Gotcha.
It's an interesting acknowledgement by the creators of the show of the way the meta discussion and experience of watching a show about true events is important to the story. And being transparent and talking about these things and the process of adapting reality to narrative is commendable. It sets an interesting new standard for films and TV of this genre.
Hey, they nailed it on those vehicles
If
too.
we hear enough lies, then we no longer recognize the truth at all. What can we do then? What else is left but to abandon even the hope of truth and content ourselves instead with stories?
Oh, okay. Oh man, that's a lot of footage they got really close, but you know, like the dude said, you know, it seems like they tweaked a couple things just, for the sake of the show, but for the most part, it looks like they nailed it pretty much. Oh man. Yeah, just let me know if any of y'all watched, that comparison before in the past. Let me, if y'all haven't, this is y'all's first time watching it, hey, y'all pretty much in my boat. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about that comparison there. Let's see, what other comments we got here? Jax. I worked at Fort St. Vrain nuclear generating station here in Colorado in the early to mid 80s. Such a different attitude about safety in the US. We even had a representative from the NRC on site every day. Of course, our plant was designed very differently from Chernobyl. On a personal note, I had just given birth to my son on April 2nd, 1986. Even though Chernobyl was in the Soviet Union, I was very worried as their authorities were giving so little information regarding how severe the disaster was. Luckily, the Soviet people worked hard to contain the radiation and it didn't spread to America. Thanks for the video and give Jax a pet from me. Hey, Jack, you gotta come get your, he's taking a nap. I'll pet him for you later. Oh man, I must say y'all left a lot of comments and I love the comments, okay? There's so much to learn from these comments. That labor is the gulag. Oh, by the way, I'm reading comments from episode 5, pretty sure. Yeah, episode 5. The gulag, kind of Soviet concentration camp among children who were born after the accident. Not only cases of cancer have increased, but also terrible mutations and birth defects. Photos are just shocking. Mutations? Something tells me I shouldn't look this up. Chernobyl, what did you say, children? Causes of cancer have increased, but also terrible mutations and birth, children. Okay, Chernobyl, children, birth, mutations? I should not look this up. No. I can't. No, that's depressing. I can't look that up anymore. Back to comments, Jax. Oof, okay. Dang it. Images. Oh man. And that was only like 3 seconds just 3 seconds of me looking at them. And I was disturbed. Oh my goodness. Let's see. The trucks are all radioactive and can't be used. You got me saying Dorn. Is Jax named after the Mortal Kombat character? No, Jax is named after Jax Teller from Sons of Anarchy. That's my favorite show of all time, Sons of Anarchy. Love that show. The last slide, the official death toll. They're still lying about Chernobyl 33 years later. They're still lying about the death toll count? Really? Dang. Okay. Soviet hard labor is worse than prison. Concentration camp in Siberia. Hunger, snow, temperatures -60. Damn. But these guys were released in 2 to 3 years. Huh, -60, that does sound like torture. Hi from Ukraine. What's going down, Ukraine? How's it going? In prisons were kept dangerous criminals, killers, but such prisoners as Dyatlov and Bruhanov worked in hard labor. Okay, this is random. Your reactions are good, and sorry, Jamaican Snuggie, if I got heated in comments, but I can't stand idiots who are like Dyatlov, don't admit when they are wrong and don't believe in others, just like we saw in the show. You got it. Fair enough. You're the first person I've seen mention the camera movement when Legasov gets up to testify. It perfectly showed the feeling of getting up in front of an audience and the world around you feels off and wobbly. Exactly how he must feel as he thinks about, as he has to say, and the repercussions of it. Yeah, that, cause you know, I'm no Christopher Nolan, Steven Spielberg, but I do little filmmaking on the down low, so I don't know, I can pick up on camera shots and angles and stuff like that. So when they did that transition to when, I really got to figure out how they put that, because I think I know what they did. I feel like I know how they did that, but yeah, when they did that little shot with Legasov when he was walking up, epic. That is a crazy camera shot, and I love that. That was great. Man, how much more comments should I read, Jack? Absolutely a haunting series. By far the best thing I have ever seen put on television. Not only does it thoroughly explain the corruption and incompetence that made Chernobyl the disaster it is today, but it also celebrates the heroism and selfless sacrifice of those who tried to minimize the damage as much as possible. This series was absolutely terrifying, and it really brought tribute to those who suffered. I also like how they didn't go down an anti-nuclear agenda theme. Okay. Nuclear power is still considered to be the most powerful form of clean energy, and every day we strive to keep it safe for our communities. Heck, we basically have made power plants today 1,000 times safer than the ones at Chernobyl, each with a perfect pre-planned evacuation and recovery plan. We even developed systems to detect an unsafe core and initiate a complete evacuation days prior to the predicted time of rupture. Dang. Upgrading the safety measures then. This is a story of when a government lies and denies, when that source of energy is abused and mishandled, when disaster strikes, the people suffer not just because of leaked radiation, but also by the lies and poor reaction efforts of the government. Woo! That was a long one, but that was a powerful one. That was a powerful comment right there. Goodness, goodness. All right, well, I think I've read enough comments for today, Jax. Whew. But yeah, like I said, just revisiting Chernobyl for a little bit, reading some comments, just hanging out with y'all for a little bit, you know, talk, just to talk and go over that footage comparison, you know, talk a little bit about the show, a little bit more. But all right, well, I'll go ahead and call it a day for now. Maybe I'll do this again, maybe read comments, or maybe if I did find something else on Chernobyl I find interesting to watch, maybe. But yeah, but go ahead and like, share, subscribe, okay? Hey, please like the video for Jax. Like the video for Jax, okay? So, Jax, come cut the camera off. Wake up! He's always taking his naps. So I guess I'll cut the camera off. Peace be unto you all. Ciao, ciao.